What's up, deep divers? Buckle up, you beautiful bastards, because we are going deep, like deep, deep.
Yeah, I'm talking Mariana Trench levels of deep on this one.
We're talking 18 and over only on this deep dive, because today we're going to get into some of that good old gangster rap, uncensored and raw as fuck.
No holds barred.
We're going to be looking at Tupac. We're talking California Love, the track that basically invented West Coast vibes.
It's iconic.
Oh, hell yeah. So let's just cut the crap. Is this song all sunshine and California dreamin' full shit? Or is there something dark and fucked up hiding under the beats?
That's the million-dollar question. I mean, the song throws you right into the party atmosphere right from the jump.
Oh, yeah.
That hook, California knows how to party, instant energy, instant good times. But even from the beginning, it's layered.
Right. There's more to it.
There's definitely more to it.
And then, Tupac starts name-dropping L.A., Watts, Compton.
Right. Places that are, practically synonymous with hip-hop, Black culture.
Yeah.
But also places with some serious fucking history, especially back in the 90s.
Yeah, let's be real. These weren't just party spots.
Exactly. We're talking communities dealing with poverty, gang violence.
The whole 9 yards. So you've got this tension between the California knows how to party vibe and the reality of what was actually going down in these locations.
It's a complex picture.
Yeah. Okay, so let's unpack this whole Wild Wild West thing that Tupac drops on us. He's comparing California to the Wild West, saying it's untouchable like Elliot Ness. What the hell does that even mean?
Well, think about it. Elliot Ness, the guy who took down Al Capone,
right.
He represents the peak of law enforcement, But Tupac saying even Ness couldn't touch California.
Damn.
It's like California is this a mythical place where the rules don't apply.
Where the outlaws are in charge.
Yeah, exactly. The outlaws reign supreme.
And Tupac keeps hammering this home with all the references to guns and violence.
Oh.
Track hits your eardrum like a slug to your chest. Pack a vest. He's not being subtle.
Not at all. And you know what makes the Elliot Ness comparison even more interesting is that it really highlights this shift from one kind of outlaw, like the gangsters of Capone's era, to a new breed in 90s California.
Right. It's a different time, a different kind of criminal.
Exactly. These weren't bootleggers and mobsters. This was about gang culture, turf wars.
The whole other level of lawlessness.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we've got the party atmosphere. We've got this undercurrent of, violence and lawlessness. But then you layer in this whole money materialism hustling thing.
Right.
Pimps be on a mission for them greens, diamonds shining. It's like the California dream, but twisted into something darker.
Yeah, it's like Tupac saying, yeah, you can get rich in California, but the path is paved with some shady shit.
Yep.
And we can't forget the socioeconomic context. We're talking about a time when opportunities were really limited, especially for Black communities. So some people saw the drug trade, the gangs, as their only shot at getting a piece of the pie.
Yeah. At getting that California dream. So is this California love that Tupac is talking about, is it real? Or is it just, bullshit to cover up a really fucked up reality?
That is the question.
I mean, he's rapping about hoochie, squeaming, fiending for money and alcohol, the whole West Side player lifestyle. It's glamorized. But is it real?
It's a good question. And when you look at lines like "Where Cowards Die" and "The Strong Ball," you start to see how this song, might romanticize this kind of dangerous lifestyle. But at the same time, it does acknowledge the cost. It's not all, champagne and roses.
Yeah, it's definitely not all good times. I mean, gang violence, turf wars, that has real consequences. Real people get hurt. Families get ripped apart. And, this song, it doesn't shy away from that darkness.
It doesn't, and that's what makes it so powerful. It's not just a celebration of the good times. It's a raw, unflinching look at the underbelly of the California dream.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
It's funny. One thing that keeps hitting me as we go through this is how Tupac bounces back and forth, between like celebrating California and then calling out all the bullshit.
Yeah.
It's not just a love letter. It's more like a
love-hate relationship.
Yeah, exactly. Like he's saying, California, you're the shit, but you can also be super fucked up.
Yeah, and he's not afraid to drop some truth bombs, even while he's hyping up the whole California vibe.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what makes it so much more than just a party anthem. It's real, it's raw, it's like a snapshot of a very specific time and place, warts and all. Totally. and those specific details are what makes it hit so hard.
Yeah.
Like He could have said Bally's, but he said Chucks. He could have talked about, any fancy suit, but he called out the khaki suits. It's those little things that make it feel authentic.
Yeah, it's like he's dropping us right into the heart of West Coast culture, no filter.
Yeah.
And it goes deeper than just the clothes. When he talks about bumping and grinding like a slow jam, you can practically feel like the energy of the clubs, the streets.
Yeah, it's all right there.
It's right there in the music.
Totally. And then you've got those lines about how the row won't bow down to no man,
Right.
It's about pride, about standing your ground,
Right.
about not letting anyone control you.
Yeah, it's powerful.
It's powerful shit.
That's that California love.
Yeah.
But it's not just about partying. It's about claiming your space, your power, even if it means going against the grain. It's about that independent spirit.
Right. And that brings us back to that whole Wild West thing, because that's what the Wild West was all about, right?
Yeah.
Independence, self-reliance, making your own rules, even if it meant, throwing down and getting a little lawless.
Exactly. And what's crazy is how much that still resonates today. People still flock to California to reinvent themselves, to chase their dreams, even if those dreams are a little, out there.
Yeah.
It's still seen as this place of freedom and possibility.
Yeah, that whole California dream bullshit, it's still alive and well, even though we know it ain't all sunshine and beaches, right?
Right.
There's still that grit, that edge that keeps drawing people in.
Absolutely. And I think that's what Tupac captures so perfectly in California Love. He doesn't sugarcoat the darkness, but he also celebrates, the vibrancy, the energy, the sheer audacity of the place.
Yeah, it's like he's saying, this is California, take it or leave it.
Yeah.
No bullshit, no apologies.
And that's why the song, it still hits so hard, even all these years later. It's raw, it's honest, and it speaks to that kind of universal desire for freedom, for self-expression, for chasing your dreams no matter what.
And let's not forget, Tupac wasn't afraid to drop a few F-bombs along the way.
Oh, yeah.
He kept it real, he kept it raw, and that's part of what makes this song so powerful, I think.
Totally. That raw honesty cuts through all the noise and just grabs you. He's not preaching, he's just sharing his truth, his experience, and that's what makes it resonate.
All right. Deep divers. We've dug pretty deep into the lyrics, the history, the whole California vibe, but we ain't done yet. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, if you're not an asshat. And get ready for part 3, where we tackle the big questions behind this iconic track. All right, deep divers, we are back for the final round of our California Love beatdown. We've, broken down the lyrics. We cruised through the history, and now it's time to, get a little philosophical.
Yeah, this is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah.
Because California Love, it leaves you with more questions than answers,
Yeah.
Is Tupac glorifying this whole Wild West shit, or is he calling bullshit on it?
Yeah, is this California Love the real deal, or is it a trap?
Right.
I mean, on the one hand, you've got all this energy, this excitement, this feeling that anything is possible in California.
Yeah.
But then on the other hand, you have the violence, the poverty, this constant struggle to just survive.
Right.
It's like two sides of the same damn coin.
And I think that's exactly what Tupac is getting at, He's not trying to give us some easy answer, some bullshit happy ending. He's showing us the whole picture, the good and the bad, the beautiful and the ugly, the dreams and the price you pay to chase them.
Right. And we can't forget, the backdrop of all of this. He was writing this in the 90s.
Oh, yeah.
The LA riots had just ripped through the city a few years before this. There was so much anger, so much frustration, especially in Black communities.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't understand California Love without understanding that context.
Right.
It's not just about partying, it's about survival. It's about finding, joy and connection even when the world is trying to tear you down.
Yeah, California Love is a way of life.
Yeah.
A way to deal with all the fucked up shit that's going on.
Right.
It's about, finding your people, your tribe, and holding on to them no matter what.
And it's about celebrating your own culture, your own identity, even if, the mainstream doesn't get it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's something that still resonates today, right?
Totally.
That need to find your place, your community, and embrace what makes you you.
Yeah, that's why this song still hits so hard, It captures that universal desire to belong, to connect, to find a place where you can just be yourself no matter how rough things get.
So deep divers, after all this unpacking, all this dissecting, what's the final verdict? Is